The psyche of success is about defining who you are and who you want to be. No, I am not average. I have heard that over and over again from people. Chapter 5 in Just Make Time is, I'm not average. But the average American watches 25 hours per week of television, unless you're an 11-year-old and then you're with your technology, with the TV on, the radio playing, listening to music on Amazon Prime, and doing your homework while playing a video game. But if you're an average American adult, 25 hours of television, you get the most phone calls between 10 and 11 a.m., you get over 200 emails per day, 40 of which are actually legitimate emails, and 160 of which you can't figure out when you signed up for the Hair Club for Men. That may have been my wife on my part. So what I want you to do is I want you to think about what the average person does. When I decided to go back and get my master's degree, I looked at where my time was going. The one thing I knew I could give up? Television. So I gave up television. I still watch TED Talks and YouTube videos and things like that, but I can consume micro chunks, 5 minutes, 10 minutes at a time, as opposed to being consumed by an hour-long program. So look at the average things that you do and start allocating. How much am I giving of my time to that thing, and is there a better way that I could use my time? Each of us has what's called a circadian rhythm. This is essentially a 24-hour clock that is reset by sunlight for our bodies. If you go to bed at a certain time and get up at a certain time and you're consistent about that, your rhythm stays consistent. When you go through the chapter, I want you to think about cognitive tasks and short-term memory, long-term memory, and exercise, and look at when you're doing each of those things. There's a suggestion for when it would be best for you. Now, if you're a morning person, you go back a little bit, so start a little earlier. If you're a night owl, you start a little later. So your rhythm may be different than someone else's, but you do have a rhythm. So take the time to identify what your rhythm is and ensure that you are not suffering from social jet lag. Read the book and you'll know what that is. I'm Jody Holland with the Psyche of Success video blog. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you share it with your friends. Find me on Facebook. Look for Jody Holland Training and Speaking. Make sure you follow me on Twitter as well, Jody N. Holland. Can't wait to see you on next week's episode.